Hi guys and welcome back to Leap Scholar. My name is Rushali and in today's video I'm going to be telling you all about part-time jobs, tips and tricks and how to get one when you are a student in the UK. So in this video I'm going to tell you about my part-time job, how I landed upon one, how you can apply for part-time jobs. I'm going to give you my tips and tricks and my suggestions, my advice, how to balance out your part-time job and your studies, and yeah, basically everything part-time job. So stay tuned till the end. My name is Rushali. I'm a student in London. I am studying fashion and lifestyle marketing from the Glasgow Caledonian University. So, speaking of part-time jobs, I am working as a sales advisor at a fashion retail company and I started my job in the month of May. So, I came here in March and that time I had my submissions and stuff. So I decided it was my personal choice to, just go through the phase of submissions without having any pressure of part-time job. Once I was done with my submissions, I started applying and I actually got one in the field which I wanted to. So I decided to work part-time because experience is necessary. You are in a foreign country and you are an international student over here, and when you want to apply for graduate jobs once you're done with your graduation, and suppose you are a fresher like me, it's going to be really difficult for you to find graduate fresher jobs. So I would suggest that you start applying for part-time jobs because an entry level experience in this country is gonna help you a long way, which is why I decided to work part-time. And also because I didn't want to burden my parents with my living expenses. I wanted to fulfill my living expenses on my own. I wanted to pay my own bills and stuff, and touch wood, I'm actually able to do that because of my part-time job. I'm able to pay my rent, I'm able to cover all of my personal expenses and groceries and everything. So that's the reason why I chose to do one, and also because I wanted to get into this industry, the fashion industry, because once you get into the industry that you want to, the next steps are going to be really easy. So once you get in, you're going to work hard and you're going to go up to the stage that you want to, you're going to reach there. So it's really important to start somewhere, and this is what my plan had always been. My plan since day one, that once I go to the UK, I'd want to work part-time in a fashion retail store just to have an entry-level position in the fashion industry. As I said, once you get into the industry, it's gonna be hard work, but then you're at least in there where you want to be, and then you can work your way up. What were my first steps? So as I guys told you, it has always been my plan. I have been pre-planning since 2 years that I wanted to work as a sales advisor in a fashion retail company, and I feel that I know it's not relevant, but I feel that manifestation and having good thoughts about your future, planning it ahead, just constantly keeping thinking about that you're gonna get there, and just planning your whole professional journey, it actually helps a lot. I feel like I manifested this job because I had been thinking about it since 2 years. Like when I get in London, I'm going to be working as a part-time, as a sales advisor in a retail store and stuff. But speaking of the process, so what I did was, first of all, I completely changed my CV. So there's a different format in London for CVs, and make sure that your CV is according to the format in London. There are a lot of tips and tricks about how to actually write a CV. So one of the most important tips are that you do not attach your photograph. It's not allowed in the UK to attach a photograph in your CV. And also it's very important, like back in India we just used to mention all these skills that we have, like leadership, communication and stuff. So while writing a CV in the UK, if you list your skills, like suppose you have leadership skills, you need to demonstrate how, you need to explain it to the employer, how do you have those skills. Like you need to show it in your experience. Like suppose you have worked as a, let's say, student representative at a university. So that demonstrates that you learned those leadership skills while being a student representative for a university. You need to explain it to the employer who's reading your CV that you have these skills and how you got them. Now, having a good CV is the most important part when you're starting your job applications, because that is how the employer is going to know you. So, I took a lot of help from my university. Every university offers their students helps about CV, career guidance, even part-time jobs. So make sure that you use all the resources that your university has to offer in terms of developing you as a professional. That's what I did. I set up meetings with my career counselor from my university. Every university has one. They provide career counseling, they provide part-time jobs, counseling and stuff. So there are two types of jobs, on campus and off campus. On campus part-time jobs. So these are basically being the teacher's assistant or being a library assistant or anything. So these are all of the jobs available in your college campus. So you can actually go and try those, because obviously you're gonna get preference as you are the university student, and universities with campuses have so many opportunities available for the students. So you can check with your university if they have any openings. So to get you started with applications, you can go to Indeed, you can go to Reed, you can go to Student Jobs UK, you can go to there are a lot of websites where you can go and search for part-time jobs in the UK. So all you need to do is go to these websites, upload your CV, upload all of the supporting documents if you have any, and just wait for the employer to contact you. So this is one way. The other way is you go to the company's website. For example, if you want to work as a retail assistant at H&M, so you go to H&M, you go to the career tab, and under the career tab you'll find all of the openings that they have and in what areas they have those openings. You can go over there and you can apply from there as well. That's one more method, which is you can actually walk into the store, like wherever you want to work. You can walk in there, you can take your CV with you, and you can just go and talk to the manager. If they have any vacancies, you can hand over your CV to the manager, and the manager will get in contact with you if they have suitable vacancies with them. I mean, you cannot just rely on online applications. You really need to go out there, you need to get out there, you need to make connections, you need to go talk to people, you need to talk to the managers, you need to go to the store, you need to show a lot of efforts, and that's when you're gonna land up on one part-time job. I sent out like 30 applications and then I heard back from 2 of them. So there are various types of part-time jobs available in the UK for students. One of them is rota basis, which is what I do. Like, you get a job as a sales advisor or retail assistant, and your manager sets up your rota for the week. They talk to you, you can negotiate the timings with them according to your university lectures and stuff. So that's one part-time job. So the second type is there are a lot of apps in the UK which provide part-time jobs for freshers and students like us. So what you do is you sign up with the app, you have a meeting, you get your profile verified with them, and then you put in your availability, like 2 to 4 p.m. you are available on Monday, Tuesday, Fridays. So you put your availability in the app. These jobs can include anything from being a waitress, from being a runner at a restaurant, or being a helper at a restaurant, or even being a runner at any of the events. So these are like really basic jobs for students which require no experience. These are really easy and these are really easy to land upon. So I would suggest you, like, once you come here, you are not gonna get a contract based part-time job ASAP. Like, you are gonna have to wait for 2 to 3 months to land up on a contract based part-time job. But if you really want to pay your bills right from the beginning, then the agency jobs are your best bet. So speaking of working hours, students are allowed to work 20 hours per week when they are in their term time, and 40 hours per week when they are on their official vacation or holidays. Speaking of the minimum wage, in the UK, the minimum wage depends on age ranges. So for my age range, which is 21 to 25, the minimum wage is 8.9 per hour. So this minimum age actually keeps increasing every year in the month of April. Obviously, those are the advantages of studying in a developed country. So speaking of the advantages of doing a part-time job in the UK, there are so many advantages. You get exposure to the industry, you get hands-on experience, you get to learn a lot of skills. This 1 year experience as a part-time job is going to count a lot because there are so many things that you're going to learn. You are going to develop personally and professionally. I would definitely suggest you guys to come and do part-time jobs and try to pay your own bills, because that just makes you feel so empowered, because you are in charge of yourself and you're not depending on anybody, and that just gives you another level of power and another level of positivity, which is also going to help you with your studies. So coming to my next point is balancing your part-time jobs and your studies. So what I would suggest is that when you have your work, give your 100% to your part-time job, and in your off days make sure you study a lot. Not a lot, don't do hard work, do smart work. Get your timetable ready. You need to strictly follow the timetable that you schedule for yourself for your studies. There are a lot of stuff that you need to manage once you come here as an international student, like right from part-time jobs, doing your own dishes, cooking for yourself, doing your own laundry, studying, everything, cleaning and stuff. And you can easily feel demotivated to study after doing all this work. But please make sure that you take out some time early in the morning or even before going to bed, 2 hours every day, and give it entirely, dedicated those hours entirely to your study. Read a lot, watch lectures, practice writing and stuff. So that's how you can really handle both part-time job and your studies. That's how I do it. So my personal suggestion would be, do look for a part-time job once you come here, but don't just forget about your main motive, which is education. Make sure to give equal time to your studies as you are giving to your part-time job. Doing a part-time job is totally your choice. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, then don't. But I would suggest you to do it because it's gonna make you a much more responsible person than you already are. It's gonna teach you a lot of life skills. It's gonna teach you how to deal with people. It's gonna teach you your part-time job's gonna teach you a lot of skills, and it's gonna give you an amazing exposure. So I would definitely suggest you guys to try for part-time jobs. And also, please do not keep this in mind that as soon as you land in UK, you're gonna get your part-time job the next week. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. You need to keep it in mind that it's at least gonna take you from a month to 3. My suggestion would be to work smart and not hard to balance your part-time job and your studies. And yeah, all the best for your part-time jobs, all the best for your studies. I hope you get the part-time job that you're wishing for. And thank you so much for listening to this video. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I'll see you. And yeah, that's it. Bye.